Hello, my name is Dana Anderson, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself before talking about my experience traveling abroad to Turkey with Dr. Domish this past summer. As of now, I have studied architectural engineering at the University of Nebraska at Omaha for 3 years. I'll be starting my senior year come this fall, as well as intertwining my master's year starting this fall as well. I was born and raised here in Omaha, Nebraska. As I got further into high school and started considering what I wanted to do with my life, I attended an engineering camp here at UNO. It was at this camp that I learned about multiple different kinds of engineering, but first got the hint of architectural engineering. As soon as I learned about this program, I knew it was what I wanted to do. Nothing has fit more perfectly with what I've aspired to do since I was a kid as architectural engineering did when I first heard about it. Once I knew this is what I wanted to do, I started looking into colleges across the US. There was no way that I was going to stay in Omaha, Nebraska, since this is where I was born and raised. As I started looking more and more, my teachers in high school started telling me more and more to look into going to UNO. And as I started looking into the program, I realized that it truly was a great program and that I shouldn't limit myself because I lived here. And so with that, I started attending UNO in 2012 and started my journey on the architectural engineering degree. One of the greatest opportunities I've been presented with while attending school here was traveling to Turkey to work on testing and modeling for the ancient Roman city of Antiochia ad Kragum, which is now near a small town known as Gazipaşa, Turkey. I got to do this with Dr. Domish, as she has been working on this project for a few years now. One of the greatest opportunities I have been presented with while attending school here was traveling to Turkey to work on testing and modeling for the ancient Roman city of Antiochia ad Kragum, which is now near a small town known as Gazipaşa, Turkey. And I did this with Dr. Domish and a few other students this past summer. My sophomore year, I started conducting research relevant to this project in Turkey that Dr. Domish has been working on. My tasks included things such as assisting graduate students with research by conducting tests in our structures lab here on campus. Soon, with the help and direction of Dr. Domish, myself and another student applied for a research grant to do formal work for her. We were awarded a sum of money and started working on our tasks, which included modeling blocks and beginning analysis of the structure from a collapsed Roman temple on site in Antiochia ad Kragum to see how the structure would react. After a year of working on this, my knowledge of the project expanded greatly, and I became more and more curious to learn about the site itself and everything that had happened there. I wanted to be a part of everything that was going on. It was then I was given the opportunity to travel to Turkey and continue working on site of the ancient city with Dr. Domish and some fellow students. In order to fund this trip and continue formally working on research for Dr. Domish, I applied for another research grant, again with the help of Dr. Domish, and was awarded a sum of money that allowed me to travel to Turkey. I also applied for a scholarship through the school. The school has many opportunities to get funding to travel abroad, as it's something that the school encourages all students to do. So with that, between my grant for research and the scholarship, I didn't have to pay a single dime to go on this trip, which really made it better for me. It was a great learning experience then, and I was able to walk out of it not having to owe a lot of money. I was excited. I had never traveled outside of the country before, and the nerves and excitement of seeing the world were getting the better of me. Throughout the year, I spoke with Dr. Domish and students who had traveled with her in previous summers to prepare myself for the trip and work I would be doing. I was also happy to know that my first experience abroad would be in a short summer session. I wasn't sure if I would like being gone for that long or being that far away or even being in a different culture. So it was really great that it was just a shorter trip. It was 2 weeks long. I was able to grow accustomed to the area that I was in and not miss home while I was away as well. It was a great experience, and it was during the summer as well, so I didn't miss much. I didn't miss school. I didn't have to try to catch up on anything because it was during the summer. The first few days in Turkey, we explored the small town of Gazipaşa. The town is very small, so it was a bit of a culture shock. No one there spoke English, so we were very dependent on Dr. Domish being able to translate Turkish for us because she's Turkish. But with that, never having been in such a different culture, I felt that I acclimated very well. I was very comfortable with the people I was with, and I learned the city, and I grew accustomed to it very quickly, and I enjoyed it too. It was a good thing. Um, so for the work part of it, we worked on site Monday through Friday for half the day, and then finished up any sort of computer work at the hotel later that afternoon. It was incredible to finally get to see the city that I had learned so much and seen so many pictures of in the past year. Here is a short video of us doing some work on the blocks that I had been modeling for the past year. The work went by quickly and smoothly, and I was able to exercise my knowledge as an engineer in a real-world, cultural enriching experience. On the weekends, we got to explore the surrounding cities and learn about the rich history that occurred in this part of the world. For never having experienced a culture outside of the US, it was an eye-opening experience that I feel so fortunate to have gotten to witness and learn about as a young adult. So where has this gotten me? I've gained so much knowledge while also learning that I still have so much to learn. After 2 weeks of working in Gazipaşa, another student and myself toured around the country for a little bit. We went to Istanbul as well as Izmir and got to see some of the ancient cities that have been reconstructed in Izmir. Without the help of Dr. Domish and getting to Gazipaşa to do this work, and also having her help me cope with studying abroad and being outside the country, I don't know if I would have had the confidence to travel around to other places and go see things that I wanted to see and do things that I wanted to do. I love being able to tell people about my experience in Turkey, and I hope that anyone who has the travel bug tries studying abroad or tries traveling. Studying abroad has been a great experience for me to grow as a person and as an engineer since it was an academic experience. I'm so thankful for the opportunities that Dr. Domish has presented me with, and I hope that I get to go back again. Thanks.